Alright, this is the VOD for Blizzard World. I'll do this VOD and then I'll also do probably. I'm gonna do Blizzard World and Busan since Busan's control, so it's a different type of map. And you always want to make sure that you're playing hybrid differently, you're playing push differently, you're playing control, you're playing all these different maps differently than you would normally, even if you're on the same character. So we'll start off with this one. So let's see what we got here.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
We must work.
Take your time. All right. Wait until you have your reticle on the echo and then start shooting. Remember I told you about trigger discipline. Why are you over here? Just look how bad this is. Wait a second, do I have look how bad this is. Who's gonna save you? Who? The smoke got a kill, but right here, if I was on the enemy team, look at it from their perspective. I'm I'm coming straight after you. You're dead. There's no way you survive dropping like this. You got to be careful. Unfortunately, they committed to going left. That could have been the easiest kill of their life. You were lucky. Don't ever drop down like that. You want to stay height with your team, especially if someone drops, you're not the first person to drop. It's your sig. Your sig drops first, then you drop. It doesn't matter. They could be on the point, and if your sig doesn't drop and they cap point, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Your job is to be up here. Now, if you stay up here, you can flank them because they're committing to going to point. They're committing to going to point. See, by now, by this time, right here, if you were still up here, you could drop backside this way, and you'd have a way better angle on their whole team. But obviously, you didn't do that. So remember, high ground, especially on hit skin.
Much better.
Trigger discipline, please. I will be saying this all the time. You need trigger discipline. Do not shoot with your brain turned off. Shoot purposefully. All shots have impact, especially Cassidy, because Cass, he you can kill with Cass, but that's not what you want to do with Cass necessarily. What you want to be doing is always thinking about how I'm going to pressure this person, this said person, this person. If you had shot at the Echo a couple of times, you see the kill feed, you see how your Zen died? Your Zen probably wouldn't die because your Echo would have been taking pressure. Echo has to fall back, wait for heals. They don't have a lot of healing. This Echo is free. You should be beaming this Echo every time, but you're out of position. You're not paying attention to everything that's going around. And this Echoes have free reign, so. You're still playing in a good position.
Good as new.
Okay, so on Blizzard World, there's a couple things I want you to do. On Blizzard World, there's different positions you play on class, right? First, you play up here with your team, right? Let's say you drop, right? For whatever reason, you are going to go and hold this height with your Zen. That is the next position you want to be in. And if your Zen is not here, there's something wrong, obviously. But you have to be wherever your Zen is. You and Zen are like best friends because someone kills your Zen and you don't like appeal for them or whatever, it's on you. So, and you're standing out in the open. Remember, I told you, do not stand out in the open for too long. You want to be cover to cover and lots of sight lines. Do you see much of anything here? No, right? So you gotta open. Remember, you gotta stand in the back. Yeah, you really, I don't know if you warmed up. I mean, this has been third map, so there's no reason you should be missing a lots of those shots like that. You haven't really hit anything with gas. So I don't know if it's like you're not used to cast necessarily, or I don't know what it is, because you need to be you need trigger discipline with cast, especially. He's one of the hit scans where it's like single fire, so one, one, one. Each shot matters. You only have six when you're shooting, so.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
All right, let's see. Are you gonna switch? Oh, you're switching
Every
soldier.
soldier
Okay.
needs a cause.
Let's hear. Let's see what it is.
The barrier appears. Barrier's weakened. Barrier has been overwhelmed. Scanning.
Okay, so you see how your whole team like hauled out like the tracer? She died like a million or whatever, right? I I want you. This is you want to hold this angle, right? You want to hold this angle, and you want to hold this angle. Reason being is because it depends on where they're going to rotate to. So let's say that they don't just go main, right? Because going main, they're defaulting, right? This is easily punishable. But let's say the Echo or the Lucio, or they sent a little hit squad up this way, right? You're back here, you get to shoot. Free reign over here. Echo pops their head up, you shoot over here. They try to push you, you move back this way. You gotta let them chase you. You have sprint. There's no one that could really catch up to you. Lucio is like one of the people, and Tracer, but they're easy. You can deal with them easily if you have good positioning. So. Wait until you see somebody before you kind of like shot that and nobody was really there yet, so.
Thanks.
See.
Barrier is nearly spent. You can't
Good. This is, I've noticed this with you, that you have this tendency of only focusing on what's in front of you. You haven't turned around once. There is a Echo who is about to pop visors on your whole team. They're gonna die. You already have one dead, and that's because you're too focused on a little bit here. So. Oh my, I don't believe what just happened. But, I mean, like, if this was, like, higher, elo, uh, you guys would all be dead, because, let's go back a little bit. Starting here, right, you shooting, you saw the Lucio, you're paying attention to him, you look, and that's good and all. That's good. You're like, oh, but you don't really have to, like, check the Lucio. There's nothing to really check when you're trying to shoot the Lucio. What you should be doing is, if you had stayed here, you probably could have killed that far. The Echo. So, always trying to remember that. And then look what's going on back here. Zeus is antied. Look at this. Now look at if you were playing here. Now look what happens. You see that you have to play angles. You have to play sites where you can see a lot. You cannot see a lot in the angle you're taking right now.
Barrier is nearly spent.
And if you had waited, you could have direct helixed. Like, if you had triggered discipline, you could direct helix that Lucio. Get it back immediately.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Heat check. Affirmative.
Where are you going?
Warp across the stars.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Alright, so you're about to have visor here. Let's see what you do with it.
I'll find them.
The enemy team is finally like, okay, let's do a different kind of rotation. I think. No, they're going to. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Did you see just what happened? Now, if you had played here all game, that would have been happening all game. Because this is the most punishable team that you can possibly have as a soldier player. Because who's going to contest you? Who? Who can contest you? There's only the Echo. Not really. She would have to sneak up on you in order to contest you. Lucio, you're not afraid of them. You're a soldier. So you have no fear on being on the high ground. No fear at all. You could punish this team easily. Just know that. If you're playing against Dive, then it's different. If they were pushing that top, this top area, this would be different. You would have to kite. You would have to move different angles. But since they're going main every time, you can do the same thing every time. You might want to switch up your positioning a little bit so you don't get caught out. But other than that, free reign. What is this?
I've got you in my sights. That warms the bones. You can't beat me.
Okay, it was good. It somehow ended up working, but I didn't like that. Let me explain why. Came over here, right?
I've got you in my sights.
Now, remember what I said about having this team cannot punish you? That only applies to if you're high ground. Now, if this team was even like slightly coordinated or like actually, you know, targeted, like actually acted on their calls, this team would have sped on you and you'd be dead instantly. It would just take for them to move covers, because you come over here, they have a Lucio, they could easily get to you and you'd be dead. And they're not scared of up here. They're scared. You're the most threatening person right now because you're on a flank visor. So they come over here, deal with you. Your team can't punish that. Maybe if they're quick enough. But I don't like this visor. If you're gonna do a visor, like a flank visor, it needs to be in a place where you cannot be contested. This was contestable, but they didn't do it. You're lucky.
That warms the bones. Bionic
You can't beat me.
Nice. That was good Helix. Alright. So far, so good. But I do remember you saying from 1 through 3, I think you lost. So I'm wondering how you guys lost this. See, now they're taking a different position. And they're not going main. Remember what I told you. Depending on how their team rotates, you guys need to rotate a different way. You guys need to counter-rotate. Every time a team rotates, you counter-rotate. It doesn't matter if they're pushing cart. You need to make sure that you guys have the advantage over them in terms of positioning. So look what's about to happen. I think they're about to run up on you guys. No, that is not it. There's no difference. Like, you guys came up here. If you didn't see them left side, like, you can easily see if they come that way. You don't have to go check there. You can, from that angle, you don't have to check back. If they're not coming here and you don't see them, they are coming right side. Look what's about to happen. Where are you going? No. I don't know if that was by accident. If it was intentional, absolutely not. That's not what you're supposed to do. I don't want to say that was your fault, but that was really bad. Like, you dropping, look what your team gets run. You're gonna get run over unless something happens. You don't die here. Okay. Yeah. So. No. So let me tell you what you could have done if in the scenario where you don't drop, right? All right. So your team, I'm pretty sure your team is called out. They're coming right side, right? So what you do from here is you counter rotate. You're gonna run. Now you're over here. You're over here now. You're punishing. That you're threatening this whole angle by shooting down this way. Yes, they use rush, but they cannot kill you if you're all the way over here. And you have lots of angles, and you have lots of sights. Die.
This ends. Time for the reckoning.
You should be dying. You should have already died. Just kill yourself. You just run off the map and kill yourself. Reset. Everyone resets.
Hey. Hey.
Sig Transit Gloria.
Try to go through this a little bit faster. There's a Reaper behind you. Audio. Listen to the audio cues. I literally heard the Reaper come up behind you. You stood there. That's a problem I've noticed with you. One, if someone's shooting you in the back, you do not pay attention. And two, audio cues. Somebody's coming up behind you. You don't know because you're not listening. I know comms can get wacky, but you need to focus on the game audio as well. It's just as important. You have visor.
Stay out of my way.
Good.
Everyone, heal up.
I don't know what was.
Calling in the big guns. Blitz me.
Hey, what's going on?
60 seconds.
Biotic healing ready for use.
Okay. I want you. They have swapped out their comp. Peep. They have a monkey, Sombra, Tracer, Kiriko, Lucio. Do you really want to be playing inside your team? No. Let me tell you, you should be playing like with your team, but you're playing a little bit separated from each other. Not completely isolated, just enough separated so that your team can peel for you. You want to be with this Brig. Your entire team's positioning is right now is just awful. Just imagine their dive, right? Look at you guys all hurtled up over here. If a dive happens, there's multiple people that's gonna die because you guys are stacked up together. You guys are not ready for a dive. So you guys need to always be positioned in a way that can set you up to punish a dive. So let's see what happens. What did I say? You you cannot be in your team against a dive because you will die 99% of the time because it is your team. Being in your team does not save you. They cannot save you from that. What saves you from a dive is being properly positioned and being able to peel for each other. For example, if instead, right, you were playing with your Brig, you were playing over here, the Winston would have dived? The Winston would have dived you over here. But the difference is the Brig can bash, can boop the Winston from this angle. No, boop the Winston from this angle. Diva could blow him up, and it puts him out of position from his team. You got to think about it.
I've seen tougher spots.
Don't just run into your team. Positioning, sight lines. I know this is the last fight. I know you're probably like, oh my god, I need to get to the point, but no. Kills matter. You know why? Because this is your guys' spawn. If you come out here and get a kill, that puts them at an extreme disadvantage. Mind you, they have heroes that can get there kind of fast, but a kill versus getting a kill is insane value. So when you come out on soldier, you're like, okay, I need to get a kill. Come this way. See if you can see anyone that gets killed. Or if you were going to do, you could play it safe and try to like pressure them so that your diva doesn't demech. Or you can come on this flank. Obviously, this bubble is in the way, but let's see why the bubble was there in the first place. You're
I've
dead.
seen tougher spots.
You see? Now look at this. Now look at this. Look at this. Imagine if you went this way. What happens now? What do you think happens? They have to, now they're gonna have to be like, oh snap, we gotta turn around to get you. And it allows your team time to get back. Even if you die, let's say you die over here, it's better than dying in your team. Because it takes time. They're probably gonna have to take time to get you. And if they come to get you, you gotta make them work for it. You run this way. You make them chase you. Time. That's what you need to do at this moment. It's either time or you kill somebody.
No,
Which, look at that.
Not when we're this close.
Now imagine you had done that, but you were over here. You might have killed somebody. But the Winston bubble stops you. And you're getting pressured because you're out of position.
They'll regret that.
10 seconds.
This is our way. Enemies coming on board. Give me a
I've got men. Get out of my way. The rocket got you.
Score.
So just, the common things that you still need to work on, which is positioning, knowing how to counter rotate, where to position to in certain situations, against different compositions. When you're playing against Rush Brawl, you want to play high ground as soldier. You want to make them come to you. If they rush to you, if they use resources to get to you, like amp, speed amp, commanding shout, if they use those things to get to you, you counter rotate with sprint. Then after their cooldowns end, that's when you re-engage.
I aim to devastate.
Against dive, when you see the first person dive,
Hey,
you
Kiriko,
pressure them.
Do you do a lot of
You
office
sprint
work?
away, you counter
No,
position.
why?
You sprint,
Because you always
pressure,
leave a paper
run away.
trail.
That's how you play soldier.
Hi.
What experience do you possibly bring to this mission?
Last week, my friends and I sank a Hashimoto party boat.
So you're on Widow right
nothing.
now. Widow's nerfed now, so I don't really like this pick.
Defend objective A.
But let's see. What are you doing?
Really?
I don't know what you're doing right now, but you need... Okay. So, that was just a huge waste of time, right? Anyway, you want to take up this pop shot right over here? Pop shot up here. You should be, like, going all the way up here. You might get a pick. You might get a pick. Or you might, like, get someone low, actually. You can't get a pick anymore. Never mind. It's a big waste of time doing that. You might as well just go Hanzo if you're trying to go sniper.
Time for sprint.
I like this angle, but against their comp, you're not going to really get any picks unless someone's extremely out of position. Nice job. That's trigger. You see, that was a perfect example of trigger discipline. You waited. You had your crosshair on the sig. You waited for his grasp to end. That's when you shot. That's what you need to do and apply to every other hit scan hero. Ooh, see? Had you waited, you would have killed her. Right now, your value is just hitting shots. See, on Widow, it's all about just hitting your shots. If you hit your shots, you get those headshots, you get those picks, that wins you team fights. That is how you play Widow and the characters like Hanzo Widow. You need picks. If you don't get picks, your value on the hero is non-existent. So you need to be getting picks. You need to be getting shots. That if you're picking Widow, know that you need to hit your shots and you need to get picks. That is the purpose of your composition right now. I don't like your composition, by the way. I think your composition is horrible, but alright, let's see.
In my
Okay,
world,
Sombra.
there are no
Alright,
secrets.
let's see what you do.
Just systems hacked.
Okay, you see how you waited? I had rather you, like, put your TP here. Because no one's really going to scout you out, right? Unless the Echo comes in here. But if the Echo comes in here, you can... That's a kill. You can convert that into a kill because that's punishing. I don't think Echo should ever be in a room.
Hackeo listo.
Or you can do that. You could put your teleporter in the room, or you can put your teleporter over here and live in their backline. Because this, putting your teleporter over here, allows you to enter the fight more quickly, get more value, get more ult charge than putting your teleporter all the way back over there. And you're gonna have to go refight, and your team is gonna be 4v5. So.
Helden sterben nicht.
Good. That was really good. I like that. I don't know if you coordinated that, but if you called out BAP is hacked, and you knew your team could follow up, that was perfect. But remember, when you hack somebody, make sure that your team can follow up on that. Because you was definitely not going to kill that. If that Echo hadn't killed them, you would not have killed the BAP, right? And then your value would have got diminished, and then you would have sat there doing nothing, right? So.
Always plan an exit.
Now, see what I mean? Now, as the fight is going on, you're not there. You're not providing value. If you were over there on the other side, you would have gotten back into the fight faster.
Deine Pflicht ist nicht getan. The enemy is being revived. Take cover. All systems checked.
Engaging front.
Under my protection.
Peace. Translocator set. Systems hacked.
We're outnumbered.
Taking flight. Hack complete.
Alright, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? No. I don't like this.
You're mine. Not the keep got you. Functions at peak power.
My side. This ends now.
It works out for you, luckily. Bet you need a teleporter. Okay, so you see, this could have been a little bit better for you if you were over here. Now, I explain, because let me explain this. So, right now, the Mercy's going back, right? The BAP is going, trying to kill the Echo, because she has the Mercy pocket. They're trying to deal with them, and there's two on the point, and there's two. So, you see how chaotic this looks right now? Now, imagine if you were over here, boom, their soldier's already gonna die. This is gonna be a death right here. The Mercy, the reason why the Mercy's coming over here is because the soldier's about to die. which you could have killed their AP already over here. And then the Sigma dies next if you just hack him. And then Diva punishes, Kiriko punishes. But luckily, this worked out because the BAP was low. That was the only reason why that worked. Because your Echo pressured the BAP. That was why that worked. If it wasn't for the Echo, that wouldn't have worked. See, and that Sojourn would have been dead by now. So, it wouldn't have that.
Time for a change.
I still
They have my attention now.
I won't pause as much. No. I'll try to get through this so then we can get to
No
your
vaya a
control
ser que
map.
lo necesito todo listo por aquí.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Alright, so now I want you to be going to the right room and hacking the right mega room.
That party was boring.
And your teleporter's all the way over here. I want you to be hacking the room that you're about to come into right now, I'm pretty sure. That's the mega that, yep, there you go. That's where you want to put your teleporter.
ascending.
Notice that, no, okay, I was about to say, I was pushing third. Let's see what you're about to do. You should be getting the mercy. Yes. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Tengo que irme.
That's alright. You could have waited, but that's alright. And you also could have positioned
Stick with the payload.
when you use
Adaptive circuits
your
engaged.
hack and you're trying to hack the class, you want to make sure that you stay for as long as possible before you get the teleport out.
Hack complete. Translocators in place.
Servants never die.
Concentrating fire.
That was a good hack. It's just unfortunate no one followed up.
Catch you later.
They're gonna scout you. Get out right now.
Always plan an exit. You're mine now.
Don't go out. Don't go out in that situation. You wait. You wait a bit and then you go out a different way because they are scouting. This team will scout you. Other teams will scout you, especially if you're Sombra. You don't want to get found. If you get found, that's value wasted. That's time wasted. It's already been a minute. So. I just want to say before I end, like, imagine you had hacked the Sojourn immediately. Because you hack the Sojourn right here. Right here. You hack him, he's dead. He would have died immediately. But look at that. Look at that. Imagine. Look how many Zeus just killed both your supports. And he would have been dead had you hacked him.
Apagando las luces. Let's get back online.
Payload stalled.
No vaya a ser que lo necesite. Todo listo por aquí.
30 seconds remaining.
Ay, te asusté.
We don't have much time.
Protoss feed on light, but you do not have to. Adaptive circuits engaged. Winston.
Gotta go.
Again, bad hack because obviously the team can't follow up on it.
Cybernetics
Alright,
regulate.
that's the end of the map, I'm guessing. Yep. Alright. So let's do Busan. Busan is. And I'm sorry if I sound like this. I'm trying to like be quiet. So
Now traveling to Busan. Ready for battle.
you're coming
I'm
out on the
hoping for an
Sombra,
easy
on
mission.
Busan. I
Don't
want you
make
to
this
know.
harder than it needs to
And,
be.
look, they're coming out on the same, almost the same composition. The only difference is
Alright, let's
their
hear that fighting
competition is
spirit.
way better than your competition. So what you want to do on Busan is you want to haul ass. Actually, your guys are gonna get there first because you have Lucio. I want you guys to haul ass to that mega room. You are going to be the first person to hack it. You guys control that position. You guys want to make that your home until you see one of these people start their engages.
That's exactly what I'm talking
Because
about.
once you hold a position, you can start to be reactive. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to take risks. You can be reactive because you hold the advantage.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Always plan an exit. Todo listo
You
por
see,
aquí.
you went the right way. This is the wrong way to go. You don't want to go this way. You want to go left side. And hack the mega. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Again, where's the coordination? I'm telling you, I've told you this like a lot of times. You need to coordinate your hacks with your team so they can follow up, so they can kill whoever you hack. That is how you hack, especially in a team setting.
Lost away.
Look at that. See, you didn't even get to kill him.
Hack complete. Feeling much better.
The objective is now
Change his character.
Systems running hot.
That's not right. Yeah. Oh, hey.
Systems hacked.
Good hack. You see, that was a good hack because Slayer could follow up with you. He was shooting with you to kill Zeus. So
No vaya a ser que lo necesite. System compromised. Systems hacked. Did I scare you?
oh, this is a good idea.
Hack.
Good idea.
Carnala.
Now go back.
Activating self-destruct sequence. Systems running hot.
Where are you going? Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Look what's happening. Look what's happening to your team while you're here.
Damn it. Now go get.
Now, if you had gone back, this probably wouldn't have happened. Like, your team is fighting for their lives right now.
Tengo que irme. Mucho mejor.
Turning up the heat.
Ready to activate the
Like,
EMP.
if Vames hadn't, like, gotten all those kills, that would have been bad. So, just letting you know. That once is enough to
Catch you
kill
later.
somebody
Feeling much better.
for a few fight. You don't do it twice in a row. It just doesn't make any sense. No. No. You didn't even look around. You didn't even look around to see where your team was. If they could follow up. Can we even convert this to a kill? Plaz immediately died.
Be purified.
I'm on fire.
You want to wait for your EMP. You you want to set up your EMP. You don't want to just do your run out
They
and
have
EMP.
my attention
That's a
now.
waste. An EMP. So always try to set up your EMPs,
Just
calm
in
them.
case, hack complete.
Then, as soon as you EMP, you say who you are targeting, so that the team can follow.
What are you doing?
And you're still doing
System
hacks like those.
compromised. Kudos for trying,
Good
Wade.
job.
You're mine now.
I don't know what comms is going on, but whoever is calming, you shoot whatever they're shooting. You let the little lock.
System compromised.
I'm at the objective. Anyone else coming?
Ultimate's charging.
System
Activating self-destruct sequence.
I do want to say your Sombra, I think,
0.
is getting better from your last time.
Ready for
The first time I watched your Sombra, it's getting better. So,
I think I can make this worth my time.
and your soldier got better too. You just need to work on, you know, just a little few
You look
things,
cheery.
and then one at a time.
As cheery as you are significant.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Translocator set. Hack complete.
I don't like this. If I remember correctly. Where is it? Is it right here? You could put your TP over here. Cuz it's way closer to the fight. You can get in faster. You didn't even hack anybody. Imagine if you hacked Lucio. Lucio would be dead by now.
Tengo que irme. You're mine now.
Getting solo hacked isn't gonna really get you anything.
Hack
The
complete.
the only time look, it's okay to solo hack someone, but if you're gonna solo hack somebody, let it be the tank, and let it be because you're getting ult charge. You are farming your ult. That is the only thing I want to see. For Sombra, it's very easy to get her EMP if you farm the tank. So. See, do that, but
Translocators in
hack.
place.
Let your hack be purposeful. We're just going around you.
Catch you later. No vaya a ser que lo necesites. Hackeo listo.
¿Qué tal?
See, that was good. Lucio was low, hacked him, didn't sure kill. That was good.
Come here. I'm
Yeah.
getting the objective.
Coming in hot.
EMP is almost ready. You're mine now. System complete. Peace. Always plan an exit. Systems hacked. Mucho mejor.
Now imagine you had been with your team, you should have stopped the assault, but even though.
Much better. You're mine now.
So you gotta make sure you're setting yourself up each fight. Because you could have helped immensely with that fight. By stopping the Orisa ult. You gotta be ult tracking and setting yourself up to counter the ults. If this Mei has Blizzard, what are you gonna do? No. Because if I think what's about to happen is going to happen, then that wasn't good.
Just in case.
You see? Now, if you guys had been ult tracking, you would have known that Mei had Blizzard, right? And then you would have been reactive with your EMP. When Mei throws Blizzard, when they use Pete, you do EMP. What happens? Their shields are gone. Their barriers gone. The Mei ult gone. You just canceled out 2 ults essentially. And now your team is more likely to kill them.
Feeling much better.
You want, as Sombra right now, you want to be all tracking their Orisa's ult, and you want to be all tracking their Mei ult.
Peace. Translocators into pack complete. Let the Kitsune guide you. System compromised.
Deine Pflicht ist nicht getan.
Jawohl.
Gotta make sure you're hacking.
This
Yeah, this is
now.
like, I don't think there's nothing you can do. Because you haven't really set yourself up to an in position to win. Like, because there's a such thing as a butterfly effect, right? So if you do enough bad things, eventually there's gonna be a bad outcome, right? This outcome here was inevitable because you kept making mistakes. So just be mindful that you do everything with a purpose. Don't just do, because you do a lot of doing. I see that.
2-1. Ready for battle.
Let's get started. Got a lot of systems that need hacking.
Watch your flanks. They might try something.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Turn it up, turn it up!
Come on, Snowball.
Okay, you're on
We
Mei.
need our help.
Okay, this is. Oh, gotta have it off. To be honest, I don't like the Mei pick. Yeah. Right there, that was just you like entering into the team too much. Because one, I'm not sure, but it would make sense that you can't slow Orisa in her fortify form. The reason why is because when Orisa's fortifies, all CC she can negate. So it would make sense if you can't slow her. And anyway, you're not gonna kill her. It's not gonna be really doing much to slow the Orisa. You want to keep using your spikes. You want to keep using your alt fires to poke out the rest of their team.
It is now active.
加油啊，小美！ I claim the
And
objective.
you want to wall off their backline. So.
Hey!
Teleporter manifested.
Gotta go.
Evidence of my success.
Crank up the game.
I have located the enemy.
See, good job. Keep at with those alt fires. That's what you want to really be doing with me right now. You can wall off. There you go. See, that's good. No. Left click. See, when she does that, then you can do your.
Reality bends to my will.
Get ready. They're coming back.
That wall kind of saves their team right there. You want to be careful with your wall. Why did you ult? You were already down. That was it. You see there. It's a good thing. Sometimes there are winnable fights where you could throw down an ult and two people dead, and you guys could win the entire thing, right? But that's in the right circumstances. Who do you have left alive? Well, Plaz died, so now you have Sim, Bames, and Lucio. You guys don't really have a lot of damage in your comp. And if you're not target focusing, or you guys are out of position, you guys can't really capitalize on kills. So, using this ult right here, after Plaz dies, which is, to be honest, that was your win condition, because Rush here would have probably won you guys the, or at least made them use way more ults than just, because teams have a tendency in this elo of using a little too many more ults than necessary. So, but they're already down, and yeah.
Initializing system. Let me.
That was kind of
搞科研
bullshit.
就得不怕失败。Mega skill.
Oh, I think the recording's about to end, so. Hopefully we can hurry this up. I'm gonna hurry this up only because I think I have a certain time limit on how long I can record. I didn't even know that. Actually, I'm just stop right there. All right. So you already know with May, you want to be against their comp. You want to make sure that you are constantly poking them out with left clicks. You want to be walling off their line of sight, their honest line of sight, their soldier's line of sight, so that your team can push up and engage on the rest of their team. You want to be making sure that you're constantly poking out their Solj, their Ana, their Mercy. You don't really have to care about the Orisa. Orisa is not going to really do much to your composition. She can't really do that much. The only time she can do something is if you guys are just too close and she could punish you. That's pretty much it. So, good job. Uh, I will be posting this. I want to see if I can. Uh, Great, and just send me more VODs, I always want to see that improvement.